Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of Squigs, Skaven and Sigmar. Grot and Rat, Squigs, Skaven and Sigmar more specifically. We are doing so badly at this right now. So, we just recorded a good 15 minutes of the episode on the wrong microphones. Then we had some dramas where the camera was lagging. And then there was a car beep, and then my wife came in and talked to us for like 10 minutes. So,
Yeah,
we're not doing great right now.
yeah. I mean, we're making it.
We're making it work.
We're making it. Now I see why most people don't last more than 7 episodes.
That's the thing, right? So yeah, this is it. We're on that slope.
We are on the precipice of greatness and just slowly going downhill.
Yeah, I know exactly right now how Icarus felt when he flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
So it's warm up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome in, guys. We have had a busy couple of weeks. Obviously, for those of you that have been checking out the podcast regularly, thank you very much. We were super glad, super happy. This fucking guy, I swear to God. So we're super glad to have everybody here. It's just been tonight is boy. But yeah, no, it's been pretty busy. You've been slammed at work. I haven't been so slammed at work this week, which has been kind of nice. It's given me a chance to build a lot of stuff, which has been good. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But yeah, what hobbying, if any, have you managed to get done this week?
So building wise, none. Painting wise, none. But I did get a few.
Sorry, real quick. This is my shock face for the audio only listeners. My face is deadpan. Okay, continue.
But I did get a few models. One of them's fully painted.
I think 2 of them are.
Even better. So I got my hands on a Thankwell.
Very nice.
3 warp fire cannons, a screaming bell, and a Gracier.
Yeah. Screaming Gracie on Screaming Bell.
Oh, it's a Gracier on screaming bell.
Yeah. It's the soggy bell, and not a Gracie standalone. So you now have the bell. Yeah.
Wow, that's even better than I thought.
Yeah. Keegan's done you a real solid there. So our good friend Keegan.
The mouth thing.
I know, right? Could you turn the fan actually? Because I just noticed it's blowing the. Sorry, we're professionals, obviously. But yeah, our good friend Keegan is he's a prolific Warhammerer. He's helped Rob out with some of his stuff. We'll put keys like on here or something as well. So, man, we're doing so bad.
It's
That's
one
weird.
of those nights.
Like Rob's just like doing all the body sounds and like jingling his keys. My dog's coming in. Out you go. Out. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Well. Here we are. All right. So yeah. Hobbying, just to blitz through it because yeah, I have gotten a lot of stuff built this week. A lot of the Sylvaneth, in fact, all of my Sylvaneth, all the Sylvaneth I had are now built, which is great. So we can get them on the table pretty soon here. A bunch of Lumineth are now built, which is awful because it means I got to paint them. I really want to play the Lumineth, but hobbying, I feel like they're just going to be tough because like they're such a delicate army. You know what I mean? Like
both on tabletop and paint wise.
on the tabletop they're really good, like really really good. But paint wise, I feel like just hobbying is going to be a lot. So
A lot of armor and a lot of fanciness.
and a lot of like flat, monotone cloaks, like a lot. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm excited to do it. We'll see how that goes. So
There's that one model with the giant banner, where the banner is like 90%
oh
of the model.
yeah, the banner blade. Yeah, his model is ridiculous. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I also got the Doom Diver built, so I'm excited to get that thing. That thing's such a good model. It's so freaking cool. But yeah, I'm on the fence right now which way I go with the next army to build and paint. I've been working on Drogs, the Sun Jomba, quite a bit, which makes me want to lean into the Git mob. But I've also been working on the Iron Jaws with the pink orcs that I'm doing. And then I really want to get my Flash Eater courts done on the table. So
I kind of want to play all 3, so whatever you do is going to be
yeah,
great.
it's there's just a lot of stuff to do. So But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good to get all that hobbying done. It's gonna be nice, obviously, once they're all painted. And I mean, I'm not looking to paint every single model in the range right out the gate. Obviously, I'm gonna paint to the lists and then expand from there. I think that's the smartest way to do it. Um, but yeah, no, it's been really good. I'm excited for the potential because I feel like that's the thing, right? When they're in cellophaned boxes on the shelf, then I feel like it's a pile of shame. I feel like once they're built and all primed or based, I feel like then it's like a pile of potential.
Yeah, because at least you can play with them. At the very least, you can
Exactly.
play with them. You
Right.
know.
Because you can then figure out, oh, actually, I don't like how the wardens play if you do a Lumineth, or actually, I think I want more Morbag Knights if I'm doing Flesh Eater course, or man, Lumineth are just all trash. Sorry, Sylvaneth are just all trash. Whatever. I mean, I'm not saying all Sylvaneth are trash. They're, like Belthanos, I got Belthanos built as well, and Belthanos, man, that model is so good. Like, really good.
Was he resurrect or something like that?
No, that's a Lariel.
Okay.
Maybe Belthanos does as well. A Lariel definitely does, but Belthanos is just cool. I mean, it's a big tree elf guy riding a cricket. So, yeah.
So almost like a Thanquol, but not really.
Um, Kinda. He's way bigger than Thanquol.
Oh,
Like way bigger.
oh,
Yeah. He's on a massive, massive base. It's about
like the mall, like the
he's probably bigger than Kragnos.
yeah. But who's that orc that's riding
Oh, Gordrak? Gordrak's chunkier, but it's about that size.
the base, the huge circle base?
Yeah. Take that microphone.
I know.
Oh
What you get
no.
for being off earlier.
Thanks. So I don't know if the snaps that my spinal cord came out with there are gonna get picked up by the microphone, but I felt every one of them. That was really good. Yeah, Rob and I also went to a tournament together on Sunday, which was really good. We went to Phoenix Ash Gaming Society.
Great people.
Great,
Check them out if you're ever down in Miami.
yeah, great place. I've been to the store a couple times, and weirdly, how I found out about them was through Besco's pairings, because I remember I was looking at Besco's pairings to see just what tournaments they were, and they popped up for an AOS tournament. I was like, wait, where's this place? And then I looked, and I was like, wait, they're super close. So yeah, yeah, worked out really, really well. Space is great. They have like an adjacent building that they hire out for events, which is really cool.
Yeah, it was actually really nice. I
Yeah.
liked it.
I took the Cruel Boys. Um, maybe I'll put the list up here.
Somewhere.
Yeah, here. I know where Rob is, and I know that there's the empty
Just
space
put it
here.
right over.
I'll put it over Rob because nobody
Yeah,
wants to see him
yeah,
anyway.
it's fine. It's fine.
But
I don't even want to see me right now.
right. But yeah, to run through my list really quickly, I had Kragnos, of course, because I've been running Kragnos pretty consistently. I took both Breaker Boss. Well, in fact, let me run through what I had rather than what I took out. So I had Kragnos, a reinforced unit of Gut Rippers, a unit of Monster Killers, and the Scourge of Garan Killer Boss on Nashtooth. Then I had the Weird Knob Shaman. No, that's no the Swamp Crawler Shaman, sorry. And a non-reinforced unit to Gut Rippers. I had Swamp Boss Scumdrek and somebody else. Oh, the Marsh Crawler Slogoth.
Did you take the Merc Knob too?
I did take the Moog Knob. I think that was the list actually. That sounds like it. But yeah, no, it was a really good time. I played 3 games. I lost one, won two. Horatio, who I think I've shouted out on the channel before, but Horatio is just an outstandingly good player, painter, person.
Oh my God, his elves were
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, and his Lumineth outstanding. His Slaanesh also outstanding, and like he's just a really good dude as well. Like I have such a good time when he and I play, because like we're laughing the whole time, we're joking around the whole time, and like it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, it matters a bit because you want to win, right? But it doesn't matter if you win or lose. I feel like when I'm playing with people like that, especially with like and like Horatio, like that's the third time we've played at a tournament. Um,
And he finally beat you. Good job, Horatio.
yeah, well done, Horatio.
You popped his ego a little bit.
No, so Horatio absolutely beat me, and like it wasn't even. There's nothing I can pin it on either. Like Horatio just outplayed me. He outplayed me. He outscored me. And because my army is a one-trick pony, I do one thing with it, and that's I get in and I fight. He just shut that down, and then he picked some stuff off that he could pick off, and outscored me, outmaneuvered me, made it to where the damage that I can apply couldn't go where I wanted it to go. And no, he did an exceptionally good job of like screening stuff off with the Soul Screen bridge. Kragnos is obviously on quite a big base, so he just made it to where I couldn't stand anyway.
Didn't you play him in a tournament before, and you got into his army because
Yeah.
of the Soul Stream Bridge?
So and that was like, it was one of those things where like he positioned it just a little bit wrong, and it meant that I could still attack.
Didn't make that mistake again this time.
No, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like that's the growth of the game. You figure out what other people can do, and not just specifically my army, but like Kragnos in general. Yeah, like I say, he just absolutely outplayed me on Sunday. And but all that said, we still had an absolute blast the whole time. And then I played a guy called Austin. You also played Austin.
Yes.
And it was, when I played him, it was his maybe second or third game of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yours
His was his third. Bless his heart.
And I had a great time with Austin. He did super good. He was playing Stormcast. Luckily for Austin, I play Stormcast. So we were able to like go through a lot of his stuff, and he did really good.
Especially for, because again, mine was his third game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go through this a little bit backwards, but when I played him, I didn't. What's the word for it? Let him make his deployment mistakes to learn, but I didn't go super hard to punish him for stuff.
Right. Because I think that you shouldn't dial it back too much for a new player in a tournament environment. If you've already lost the game, you're probably not going to win anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's very rare that happens, especially on a 3-day. So, having already lost the game, I was like, well, this is a really good opportunity for Austin to learn a ton about this game. And, I'm not going to sweat over the game.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to move this here because you don't know any better. I'm going to be like, oh, so I could do this, and you can do that. And then let him make his decisions with an informed mind.
Yeah.
I know you were doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not fun to play against someone brand new to the game and completely pummel them.
Right.
Like, that's not a good experience. I mean, I don't care if I'm at a tournament. It's not a good experience for anyone.
No.
I don't really get to learn anything.
Right.
From my end. You know what I mean? And actually, my second opponent wasn't his third game in there, but he was also kind of new to the game as well. And he beat me by 5 points. We took a little bit long. But the fact is that, again, my intention to go to tournaments is to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's the main thing. Yeah.
I'm glad I got to play kind of new people, because it's like I get to still have a good time with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
nobody comes away from it you don't come away from it feeling like you just beat a puppy.
Yeah.
They don't go away from it thinking, man, this game sucks. All the people that I've ever played with are terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
I think like I said,
because I think you should still totally play the game exactly how you should, right?
Yeah.
But with the grace of understanding that they knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Austin was super cool. Really enjoyed playing with him. And then who was my third? Oh, my third opponent was, I've forgotten his name. He was playing Gargants. Might have been Ken. I think it was Kenny. I was playing Kenny. He was playing Gargants. And unfortunately for him, Gargants against
Core Boys is just not a.
It's a rough matchup, and especially with the battle plan that we were doing, it was just rough. So, oh man, the camera's doing it again. Is it? Maybe I'm. No, it's okay. So the Gargants definitely had a bad time between the monster killers and the strike last that I just hand out, and he couldn't get more than 2 in at a time. So it meant that he had a lot of strike last.
Base sizes.
Yeah, because the center terrain was stopping him from getting more in.
Okay.
His Kragnos did kill my Kragnos after my Kragnos killed a Gatebreaker, though. So, I charged in, killed the Gatebreaker, and then put a bunch of damage into Broad. And then, so turn, might have been turn 1, I don't really remember at this point. Turn 1, I think a Gatebreaker and Broad were both down, and then his Kragnos went down the following turn. And then he actually did a really good job of scoring for the rest of the game with just his man crushers. And I was chasing him around the board, and it was Pass of the Fae, so there's that teleport mechanic.
Okay.
So, it was actually a lot of fun. And like again, we were laughing the whole time. I could not kill those three man crushers because every time that they'd move around and whatever else. But no, it was still a ton of fun.
Speaking of, because we were just talking about our third game and opponent, I think I have finally seen the light when it comes to rat ogres.
Yes.
Finally seen the light.
Yeah.
I got to kill Crondies in one turn of combat.
Yeah.
Which with the reinforced rat ogres.
And you were basically from a standing start as well because he only had I think 2 or 4 wounds on him.
Yes.
And you overkilled him by way more than that.
Yes. And I actually got to do something cool because I think I used my my soggy bell as a I got his spell off to use him as a knothole, and I was able to teleport my entire unit
That's
of reinforced rat ogres into close enough to combat into Crondies and
Yeah,
then
you have to get the charge
them.
off. Nice.
Yeah, so I have seen the light when it comes to rat ogres.
Yeah, I was there when you made when you were in that fight, and yeah, no, it was really good.
But yes, it's the two damage attacks with the flesh meld.
Yeah.
I think I did the flesh meld on them to get the extra attack, and then I did the damage on them to get them 7 attacks each.
Yeah.
And I think I did like something like 36 mortal like damage in total to them. So I see why rat ogres are so good now.
Yeah, because Rob and I both throughout all of our games have been like, man, I really want rat ogres to be good, but we haven't. I guess we just haven't had the right lists for them. I think that's been the thing.
And positioning has been a little bit rough on my end.
Yeah.
I'm a little weak when it comes to positioning and movement. But again, since I was able to use them, teleport them, get them into combat without them getting shot off first or
Right.
plinking damage to them, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It was really good.
That's good, man. I mean, I think that whole tournament was just great. I had 3 great opponents. They brought lunch in, which was really nice. I really like it when a place does that because like it means that you get to like stand around and gab with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who did you play?
So my second opponent was his name was, we're going in reverse order. So my second opponent was David.
So your third one was Austin, though.
Third one was Austin, and oh my god, I can't remember the first one. I want to say his name was Brandon.
Brandon was the other Skaven player. Yeah, is that me or you?
That was you this time.
No, I'm on Do Not Disturb. It must be you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. My phone just keeps on going off. I thought I put it on silence, but be damned. David was playing Seraphon.
Yep.
And he was also kind of new to the game. Not as new as Austin. But
Yep.
He wasn't a very experienced player, but he still beat me by 5 points. We took a little bit long, but again, it's because he was still learning the game and I wasn't trying to rush him.
Yeah.
But Croxagores, man, oh man,
oh boy,
Croxagores, scary.
Croxagores are what I want rat ogres to be.
Yes, exactly. If rat ogres were Croxagores, I think Skaven would be in a lot stronger spot.
Because all Croxagore want to do is eat stuff.
Yes, and
I think
really they have 6 health each.
Yeah.
Actually,
they are they're closer to storm fiends than they are to rat ogres.
Yes, and I think their damage is about 2 to 3. I think they have 2 separate weapon profiles.
Yeah, because they have the bites and the axes or whatever it is they have. Yeah.
Yep. And I don't remember what killed his Croxagores, but I think it was also rat ogres went to Croxagores. And I was able to take out all 6.
Yeah, because their save isn't that good.
No, but they make up for it with the 2 extra pips of health. Because again, they have 6 each. So if you have a reinforced unit of Croxagores, that's
a lot. Yeah.
36 wounds you gotta put onto them.
Right, and I think they're on a base 4-up save. They don't typically have a ward. I think if they're in their territory, they do.
Yeah, something like that.
So, it's a lot of health.
Yeah.
Because, 30, I mean, obviously you got Brandon to consider, but, 36 health at a 4-up save is 72.
It was right. I was actually, I got the, how I took care of them was I had the Master Molder with the heroic trait that gave him an extra pip of rend.
Yeah.
So I was able to get into them and just deal out a ton of damage.
There you go.
And I think the Brute Terror did a little bit of plinking damage to them too as well, because I think they're infantry.
Yeah.
Or it could have actually been the Hell Pit. It was one of them.
One of the big lads.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
So that was a close game too. Like I said, since he was a kind of a new player, one of his buddies came by and they gave him a few bit of tips, and I told him to do it because again I want him to learn.
Right, exactly.
It's again, as we're talking, it's no fun punching a child, so to speak.
Right, exactly.
It's
also illegal.
Yeah.
But
shake the baby.
yeah, right.
Um,
But
my
yeah.
first opponent was a
Oh,
Skaven
sorry.
player, and he was more seasoned, and he flat out tabled me. Actually,
Yeah,
he
that's
tabled
rough.
me at the bottom of 2.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I went into a Warcog list, and he used Jazales, and actually his Jazales popped off.
Yeah. Everybody else's stuff, but yours
Yeah.
goes off. Yeah, that's how it
Um,
goes.
I think he actually killed. Ooh, I think he actually killed. It wasn't the Hell Pit. It was the Brood Terror,
Oh,
actually.
with the Giselles, damn.
Yeah.
You must be running them reinforced, right?
Yes, he was
Yeah.
actually, and he did the magical like
Yeah.
36 damage.
Everything hits, everything wounds, and yeah,
It
damn.
was. I've never seen Giselle do so good before.
No, I
I
mean,
looked at him and I was like, I played Giselle so many times and I never had him do
you
that
you
good.
you have killed what's it called? A couple of breaker bosses, but they're only 12 wounds.
Yeah, but like Jesus, you go
Yeah.
through the ward and everything. Like I promise you, he dropped one shot.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we've said that in our games a bunch to each other as well. Is like when Giselles pop off, man, it's so good. And then having the engineer there and ignoring guarded hero and blah blah blah, it feels really good.
Yep.
But yeah, if you don't get to go first, or if you're not in range, or whatever, or you just drop a ton of shots, then yeah, it just feels bad.
And he was also running the Scourgers with the Galvanier.
Okay.
So confirmed my suspicion that they are really good too as
Yeah.
well.
What do you think that he did right, or you did wrong, or a mix of both that led you getting?
Definitely for me, it was deployment was iffy and movement was kind of iffy too.
Okay.
Um, that and he was also playing Thankful, and I think he was able to either turn off a command for one of them.
Oh, okay.
And also the way it was really what it boiled down to was also my choice of not missions, but the choice of
Oh, battle tactics.
battle tactics. Yeah.
Gotcha.
My battle tactics were not that great because I had Master of the Pass and I think
Restless
Restless
Energy.
Energy, so I couldn't kill a hero of his, and then trying to outscore him or take objectives.
From him, yeah.
The way it was positioned was I just couldn't get in there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So at least with like Austin and the Seraphon player, it was a little bit easier to do those battle tactics, but because of what he killed and how he killed it and when he killed it, there was just no way I was coming
Yeah,
back.
that's rough. But yeah, no. Overall, I think it was an incredibly positive experience.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to Alex, who was running the tournament.
Yep.
With Phoenix Ash, and the guys from the store there, super cool bunch of guys. So
yeah, I highly recommend if you're ever in the area, if you haven't been to one of the tournaments, check them out. They're
yeah,
super good.
and also just as a gaming community as well. Well, actually, you know what? We'll throw a link to them in the description down below, so go check them out.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in the area. Because they play a ton of games there. They play a lot of 40K, a lot of Sigmar.
Conflict 47 was another one.
Yeah.
And they showed us some models, and dude, Conflict
Yeah,
47
they look really cool.
Really, really cool.
There's a lot of bolt action played there. They're talking about getting a Blood Bowl league going, which is why I was asking you about Blood Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. They do a ton of special events too. Like they had a Monster Mash just recently, and they're doing like the Thanksgiving and
Okay.
sleigh ride. Yeah, so a really active community of like super nice people. Yeah, it's the one of my favorite things about the store is that it isn't just a retail giant where they're trying to just pump out sale after sale after sale and get back out the door. Like it's a genuinely homely play space with nice people there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you seem like I said, it for it wouldn't, to be honest with you, if you walk in there, it's not like like you said, it's not super focused on retail heavy.
Yeah.
He seems more genuinely about the community and the gaming and the hobbying and stuff like that.
Right, and they do carry all GW and like all the conflict, whoever makes them, they carry all that stuff and they'll order that in for you. They just don't have a huge stock on the shelves, but like they can get it for you at a discount, which is great. But again, yeah, check them out. We'll put a link down to Phoenix Ash in the description below.
People.
Yeah, really, really cool. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, and again, Alex, it's the first time I've been to a tournament that Alex ran.
Yeah, he did a super good job. I feel, you know what? So, again, shout out to Alex because when we were there, he had an issue with the
with BCP,
with BCP, and he had to manually do the scores and keep track of
he
everything.
did such a good job of that.
Yeah, he came in super clutch, man. Like I said,
Right.
I would have struggled a little bit, and
Yeah.
he somehow made it seem super smooth.
No, it was really good. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the next one that they do. I think the next tournament on the calendar for us down here is 9th of November
Okay.
in Hey Wanna Play.
Okay.
I know Raul is going. I'm going.
No promises for this one.
This guy.
Look.
I have Sundays off now, and then
The worst thing that I'm gonna say, because we'll do a funny story about this particular.
yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, in fact, hang on.
Tournament.
But before I even talk about the next one, so because like I say, we had mic issues earlier. We already recorded this, and I forgot that I'd mentioned it. So it's picture the scene. It's Saturday night. It's 8:30, and I'm in bed because I'm old and I have kids, and I was tired. Rob calls me. I'm like, oh hey man, how's it going? And he's like, oh yeah, good. Whatever we spoke about, and then I was like, oh yeah, no, it's the tournament's up on BCP, so just hop on there, register, and do all that kind of stuff. He's like, all right, no worries. So, I go to sleep because it's like I'm tired, I'm ready for bed, right? Like I say, I'm an old man. Then I wake up at like 2 in the morning, and like there are times where like I'll wake up and then I'm just awake, and like I'll just be like, all right, well I guess I'm gonna get up for a few hours. So when Rob and I were on the phone, he'd mentioned that he wanted one of the malign
manifestations.
One of the malign sorcery ones, which was whichever one it is that comes with the bridge.
Yes.
It's the bridge, the Horrorghast, and Launch On, and whatever
Yes.
and whatever else. And I was like, oh man, I don't even have those. I have them, I just don't have them built. Because you were gonna run the other one that I did have built.
No, I want to run the primal energy. That's the one that you didn't have built.
Oh, that's right. You were gonna run the bridge.
I was gonna run the bridge,
and then
changed my mind.
and you changed your mind to which one?
The primal energy.
Which one?
With the jaws.
Oh, that's right.
And the
With rat
flaming
backs.
head
Right.
And the
Yeah.
Everlong.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I don't have it built. So anyway, I wake up at 2 in the morning, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I don't even know. Maybe he's gonna want to run it because we can submit the lists in the morning of the tournament, so that's great. So then I go and I build the malign sorcery box at like 2 in the morning, and then I look at my phone, and this motherfucker is like, oh, the tournament's full. I'm like, what do you mean the tournament's full? I told you about this months ago. Why are you trying to sign up for the tournament less than 12 hours before it starts, Rob? What do you mean it's full? And then I look back at my text messages, and Rob's like, I can't find the tournament. Where's the tournament? Is it on BCP? And I'm like, does this guy know how to operate a phone?
No, I don't.
So and then I'm like, well, it's 2 in the morning. And I know Rob often stays up late, so I text him. I'm like just 3 question marks. Like, bear in mind, it's 3 in the morning at this point maybe, and I've just built the entire malign sorcery box, and I'm like, this fucking guy. So anyway, fast forward through our conversation, I look up the tournament on BCP, and I see that there's like 15 out of 16. I'm like, someone's dropped. Sign up right now. Don't delay. Here's the link. Sign up right now. Also, I built whatever manifestations it is. I'm going back to bed. I will see you in the morning. Come to my house at 8:30. Because like, on top of everything else, Robert took a list away from, because like a lot of his Skaven was here at my house. He took a list away with him on Friday, and then between Friday night and Saturday night, had decided to fully rework his list. Like, oh yeah,
Change it.
I'm gonna do everything basic. Everything we said, doing the opposite.
It
of
was
that.
Verminous, and we were gonna run 80 clan rats with Vizic.
To be fair, I'm glad you did do that. I think you would have had a bad time.
Oh yeah, it definitely would have been a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And then so I think we played that game Thursday actually. So we played it Thursday.
Okay,
I took home the models, and then Friday came, and I was like,
maybe
I'm gonna have a hard time moving so many models.
Yeah.
I think it's better to do rat ogres, and I completely swapped it to flesh melds.
But yeah, in typical Rob fashion, less than 8 hours before the tournament started, like maybe 7 hours before the tournament, there I am, mugging myself off because he hasn't got everything built, because he wants to change everything up, and then I get back into bed, and I'm like, why do I hang around with this guy? But
it all worked out. We had a great time.
yeah.
We got to the tournament. I was at least out your house around proper time.
Yeah, you were very close to not late.
Very close. So I mean, it was great. I had 5 hours of sleep. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I had a little more sleep than you. It's just I had a little bit of a break in the middle. But yeah, it is what it is. At least all of the malign sorcery stuff is now built, I guess. and I got
I'm
most of
doing
that right.
you the favor, you know. I'm
Don't
forcing
you,
you.
don't you dare,
I'm forcing
Rob! Don't
you
you dare,
to make sure you have your things built.
Rob! There are things that you just stop. No, but
I'm helping in Rob's way.
yeah, helping. But yeah, it was a really good tournament, and I had a really good time. Other stuff that actually, hang on one sec. So other stuff that I think from the tournament, I it made me realize something, and it's rules, right? I I'm convinced that not everybody that plays the game knows the rules. I don't know the rules half the time, right? That's not true. I know the rules more half the time. But what I'm saying is there are a lot of rules interactions that people don't get.
Yeah.
People don't understand. People misunderstand. And I think that, and I mean, this is a little bit hypocritical, but I think that YouTube is to blame for some of that, where somebody will watch a battle report and then that's just how they have it in their head. And that's totally fine because that's a really good way to learn. But at the same time, people on the internet are not infallible. There is a lot of potential for people to get stuff wrong. So it's one of those things where we've decided that I think it would be good to do like a rules master class where we look at the things that we get wrong, that we've seen people get wrong and that people talk about online. We've talked about it a little bit in the last episode there with cover and covering fire and stuff like that, where the amount of people that don't know that you cannot covering fire when you're in combat is quite high.
Yeah.
For such a core ability. Keegan and I, when we were playing yesterday or the day before, whenever that was, things like the kill bow, the beast skewer kill bow's ability, that only works in your turn. So like if you're covering fire with the beast skewer kill bow, you're not flat 12 damage on the kill bow, you 2d6 damage because it's not your shooting phase. Like rules interactions like the knot holes and 3 claw steps, and there's a ton of different stuff. Like there's too many rules interactions for us to cover all of them. But I think if we cover the major ones and the things that we ourselves get wrong and we see people get wrong, I think that will be a good series. If there are any rules that you guys are like, hey, could you explain how Guarded Hero works? Or, hey, I was looking at the way obscuring works, could you explain that? Or whatever it is, put it down in the comments below. We'll probably put a poll up on the channel as well after this video's been out for a couple of days, just so people can vote and then pick a couple of different topics that you want us to do, and then there'll be a whole series of rules videos. That they'll be short videos, 5-10 minutes maybe. We'll have a little bit of an example on the tabletop as well, which I think will be helpful.
Thank God, because now we have all the battle reports. Because I think that is the problem with not just Games Workshop, but just reading it and seeing how like you read something and it's sometimes it's hard to like picture how it actually works without a visual aid.
Yep, 100%.
And now that we got our battle report stuff, we can actually go over the rule and then show you what it actually looks like.
Yeah, and I think that it's important to see how the interactions work, and then in a short video where you can just pull it up, be like, oh no, okay, so it works. Okay, yeah, I got it, fine. And then when you're at a gaming club, when you're at a tournament, when you're at your local gaming store having a game or whatever, if somebody's like, oh well, how does this rule work? You'd be like, oh well, actually, I saw this video with these 2 incredibly handsome guys on it, and then you pull up somebody else's channel. No, you pull up this channel.
Now, to be fair, I've been looking at our TikTok. Apparently, Games Workshop has changed the free model thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone just commented today that it was a free model with a purchase, and obviously I put on like things can change. You know what I mean? You've been playing Warhammer since like
a long time. Yeah,
since it existed almost. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're that old, but
right,
close to it.
Yeah, not far.
So do understand that sometimes GW will...
It's going to depend on the store, because there are definitely stores as recently as like a couple of months ago, and bear in mind we know people that were there last week that went to our local store and it's not with a purchase.
Really? Okay, so I guess it does really depend.
It depends on the store. Like if your store manager is not a great person, it's probably going to be free with a purchase. if your store manager is fine and the store is whatever, then it's probably free because it should be free
So
regardless, not with the purchase.
what I realized with what GW is teaching me, right, is to go into the mentality where it's okay to be wrong sometimes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And just keep an open mind and just be
yeah,
ever adapting.
right. So, like I say, I still think because somebody telling me on the internet is the same as me telling somebody on the internet. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that they might be right in their circumstance. So your circumstance might vary, right? Like you might go to a store and they might be like, you might say, "Hey, free mini," and they might go, "Oh no, it's free with a purchase. You have to buy literally anything." And then you buy whatever you want to buy if you're going to buy anything there,
Buy the cheapest thing you can. Just
right?
to,
Buy a pot of paint or something. Um, you buy the paint's the cheapest thing at the store, so probably
maybe
it's got to be.
has to be right.
Man, that's an episode right there.
Yeah.
What's the least we can
Well, you know
spend?
what we can do too? Well, that's true. I still have yet to be to an official Games Workshop store.
Oh, we should
So
go.
maybe we should just take an adventure out.
Yeah.
With like a little camera too, and then you just let me see a Warhammer store for the first time.
Man, yeah, the one near us, I say near us, it's not that, but is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard good things about it.
So yeah, we'll take a drive up there.
To be fair, Boca is like the rich part. It's one of the richer neighborhoods in the state of
Yeah.
Florida. It's a bunch of old people in rehabs.
Yeah. So
Um,
we'll take a drive up there. Not right now. They'll be closed. But yeah, no, we'll take a drive up there.
I
It'd be
also don't want to drive like an hour right now.
cool. No, me either.
I want to go to bed,
Me too. Separately.
preferably.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think the rule series will be really cool. And I think that it lowers the barrier of entry for people if they have somebody explain the more intricate rules. What am I trying to say? The more intricate rules interactions.
Yeah.
Right? Because the cover interaction that we explained in the last episode, it to be fair, it didn't come up in any of our games, but like it's a rule that you didn't know.
I mean, to be fair, I was building a list around shooting into Overwatch with the Flamers.
Right.
So, like, imagine if I would have built in a complete list thinking that I could Overwatch into combat and then take it to a tournament and realize, hey, you can't actually do that.
And then you're like, oh, well, yeah,
This entire plan goes completely out the window.
exactly, right.
So,
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I get why they're doing it, right? It's because being able to shoot into combat with covering fire would be wild.
oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it'd be almost broken. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Especially if you have some, like, rats and flamers. You
Right.
know what I mean?
So
AP2 or 2 Rens going into infantry is just wild.
Yeah.
Like, that could clear out a complete.
and especially in a combat phase where it would be oppressive. That's for
It's
sure.
almost you're getting punished for going into combat.
Right,
Essentially, is how that would set up. You
Yeah.
know.
Talking about getting punished for going into combat. I watched Moss Dog's video on Zogrog's Ironmongers, and I think it might have been Keegan, it might have been you I was talking to, and I was saying, man, I kind of want to try Zogrog's Ironmongers because it's basically just Zogrog and a ton of Ard boys. Um, but so after watching Moss Dog's video, I don't want to do it anymore.
Really.
So he was saying that he wanted to do it mostly for the same reasons as I was looking at it. And yeah, he said he just straight up had a bad time with it. Everything's too slow. That you don't, because it's hard boys, you want to get charged rather than charge.
Mm.
So yeah, it's kind of tough.
I feel like Games Workshop has a lot of those where on paper it looks really good and really fun, and then into practice when you actually go do it, it just does not play the
Right.
way you think it does.
Right, and then you have a bad time playing it, and you're like, oh man, I really wanted this to be good, but yeah, it's a shame because I feel like so many of the sorry, this is turning into an Armies of Renown video now. I feel like so many of the Armies of Renown and even some of the Regiments of Renown are just awful. So not all, 2 out of 3 of the Auric Warclan ones are just bad. So going purely off of Moss Dog's recommendation, shout out Moss Dog. I'll put a link down below to Moss Dog's video.
Who also might be joining us soon.
Yeah. Remotely, obviously. But yeah. What was I saying?
Army of Renown.
Thank you. The Army of Renown rules for a lot of the armies just seem terrible, right? Because you have the Ironmongers, and that doesn't seem like it's very good at all based on what Mosdog said. Then you have the Merc Vast Menagerie, which is the Cruel Boys one, which is just awful. Like I'd never run there because it's Swamp Boss Scumdrag and then a ton of Hobgrots, and it doesn't make the Hobgrots like good. So yeah,
Why would you even?
I mean it'd be a fun list to run one time just to be like, hey, I ran that Merc Vast Menagerie once and it was terrible.
Do you think they make those for like regiments renowned and armies renowned like thematic? I guess.
Yeah, they're definitely thematic because the Ironmongers is definitely a thematic army first because it's Zogrog, he's the blacksmith, whatever, and then the Merkvast Menagerie is like meant to be all like swamp beasts from Cruel Boys, but the army itself just doesn't play very well. So like you build basically any list and it's not very good into that. So
Well, speaking about regiments renowned, going back to something we recorded or earlier that we're probably not going to use, I made a comment how monsters are apparently becoming the meta.
that's true. Yeah.
And I wonder how if that's going to continue when Hellsmiths actually can start getting played because of the missile battery, and I wonder if that's going to change how well monsters are being played because with the missile strike being able to target monsters.
Yeah. So it definitely does a lot of damage into monsters. It's not the only thing out there because Big Rick's Cruel Shots is actually a really good anti-monster unit as a regiment of renown as well, and it's cheaper. You don't get as much utility out of it because obviously the cannon turning off commands is huge. Actually, is it cheaper? They might be the same price. Actually, no, the cannons might be 20 points cheaper. Huh. So the cannons are way better. If the cannons are 20 points cheaper than the Big Gricks, the cannons are way better. They have way more damage.
Yeah, but I don't have access to destruction rules, so that's gonna be.
No, but it was just sorry, running it through. But yeah, I think I think you're right with the cannons being very good for anti-monster. Not the cannons, specifically the missiles.
Battery, yeah.
I don't know that it's enough to turn the meta around. Just with several chaos armies having anti-monster. It might be. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm always ready to be wrong. But I don't know. I think that I think it's going to be played a lot, right? Because I think that Khorne with no shooting, Skaven with no anti-monster. Who else? Nurgle, very little shooting.
Hedonites of Slaanesh. I don't
They
think they have a whole lot of shooting.
they have quite a bit with the Bliss Barb Archers and stuff like that because their shooting is actually pretty good because there's a lot of recursion in it. I think.
Okay.
So like their shooting units are okay, but dirt cheap, but keep coming back like clan rats.
Okay.
And I forget what their special rule is, but I want to say that the Bliss Barb's rule is actually like crazy good. So, yeah, let me look them up real quick.
I'm interested. So
yeah, me too, because I sort of remember them being that's the Spearhead one, faction packs.
I feel like recursion's always a little bit weird because again, with clan, I feel like you get taxed for it, and sometimes recursion's brutally OP, and then other times it's not as bad. Like Sephiroth being able to bring back Kroxigors is insane to me.
Right.
People would say being able to bring back 3 Rat Ogres out of a reinforced 6 can be pretty crazy. So I think it kind of goes both ways. I think clan rats get kind of hit hard for being able to for recursion. Yes, I can bring back 3 at the end of the turn, and yes, I can technically bring back 20 if I have a reinforced unit. But
right,
to be honest with you, even if I bring back 3 clan rats one turn, usually they're dead the next turn. You know what I mean?
I might have been wrong. Maybe it's the old rule for Bliss Barb Archers that was good. So basically, it's a very good shooting profile because it's a 10-man unit with 2 attacks each, right? So 21. 2 attacks, 3s and 4s, 1 rend, 1 damage, which is good.
I mean, having the Pippa-Ren in there,
yeah, and
it makes it 50-50, so it's not terrible.
And they are 150 points.
Okay.
So that's not bad, but their ability is kind of meh. So there's 1 homunculus for every 10 models in the unit, and then they're -1 to hit rolls while it has one. But if you make a save roll of a 1, you remove it from the unit. So they're only a 6-up save, so I don't know. Um, I feel like they used to be teleporty slash come back a lot in third.
Yeah, to be honest with you, but based on that rule, that seems like they get hit kind of hard for recursion because
Yeah,
that's an R-rate profile, but for 150, like
yeah, that's not great. I thought they were better than that. Let me know in the comments below if they used to be good. Maybe I'm just misremembering something else. Maybe it's the Blitzbarb Seekers that are good. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, Slaanesh have that. They don't have very much other shooting. So I think that all of the Chaos armies benefit by the Chaos Dwarves being included. And I feel like that shooting profile, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong by any stretch. But the shooting profile that they have is definitely useful. Um, is it enough to turn an anti-monster meta around? I don't know.
hmm.
In a world that already includes Big Grix, which does 12 damage to monsters, and then instead of having 4 attacks, you have 7 attacks on 2 units, so it's 14 attacks that are also 2 rend, 2 damage into the same unit, which is
Man, 2 rend is just it's so good.
yeah,
To be honest with
and it's
you.
18 inches, so it's still pretty good,
That's not,
right? So and it's like 3s and 3s as well, crit autos.
that's really good. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, and like you don't think threes and threes is, I mean, so if you look at a list and like anything with fours, to be honest with you, that 50-50
yeah,
profile is a lot swingier than you think.
right. And
Um,
it feels so bad when you hit below odds.
yes.
It feels so bad.
Yeah. Talk to me about my Giselles.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I really like the Cruel Boys having the 5-up models with venom encrusted weapons, because if I throw a reinforced block of gut rippers into basically anything, it's like I'm hitting you with a pillow. No, no,
Yeah.
without venom weapons.
But with venom weapons, like you when you went to my clan rats, you did what, 38 mortal
Yeah,
wounds?
yeah, exactly. Now take away the mortal wounds, and then it's 38 saves at no rend.
Yeah.
Oh well, actually no, it's less than that. It's probably like 30 saves at no rend, which is like okay, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna just all out defense, and then my clan rat's gonna be on a 4-up. I'm gonna take 14
Yep.
on odds, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go from having 2 clan rats left to having more than half a squad left,
Yep.
which is wild.
Yep.
So
I mean, I understand that too, because again, with my 40 clan rats putting on 4s, 5s with no rend,
right, exactly.
like I said, having an extra pip or rend,
Yeah.
it really can sometimes make all the difference. But
Yeah, the +1 to wound, the +1 to rend on clan rats is massive.
yeah,
It's the only way that they fight anywhere near decent.
yeah,
Because yeah, but naked clan rats just rough, just rough. So. What else do we have to talk about? Oh, there was news that I was thinking of. You go a sec. I'm gonna.
oh no, spotlight's on me. I'm coming up with something. I swear it's there.
It was the Hellsmiths release. We didn't talk about that.
Um.
Like all the new Hellsmiths coming out. That's what.
Oh yes. So with the bull centaurs,
The Bull Centaurs, Uruk-tar,
Uruk-tar,
the shooty guys.
the actual shooters.
Man, but before we talk about that, you'll notice, and I'm sure most of you guys that play this game that are listening to this podcast right now are in the same boat as certainly me, because the Doomflayers in Skaven, they're the roly boys, and then the guys in the Chaos Dwarves with the guns are the shooty guys. I don't know their names. Uruk-tar, I know his name. And the Bull Centaurs, there's 2 units. There's the Anointed Sentinels, and then there's... I don't think they're actually called Bull Centaurs, are they?
I don't think so.
There's something else. But whatever. But you know what I mean. The point I want to make is, it is totally fine to make up the names
Oh yeah.
for your models.
Oh yeah. I don't think I could play this game without making up the name
No.
for him.
So, like, Roly Boys, the Rats. Yeah, no.
And you got the small roly boys and the big roly boys. You
Yep.
know?
Oh, well, the big Roly Boys, the hamster wheel.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Talking about the Chaos Dwarves, not how our ADHD works. So Chorfs, Chaos Dwarves, Hellsmiths of Hashut, Ho, as they're called.
Huh?
HOH. Ho.
Oh.
Oh, they're French. Man, that was a terrible joke. All right, so no, from both of us. No, we both deserve to be.
I gotta actually gotta.
You got one more?
Yeah, actually, you know what the best thing about French guns are? They're never used and only drop once.
French Gardens?
French guns.
Oh, French guns.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
We're talking about bad jokes. I just had one.
I sort of don't think anybody from France has seen our podcast because I don't remember seeing that on the analytics page, so I think we're safe. If this suddenly blows up in France, you can blame Rob.
Yeah, I mean, what they're gonna point out is, yeah, remember the Revolutionary War where we came and saved you guys?
There you go.
Yes, you did.
There you go.
Thank you, and thank you for the Statue of Liberty.
They're not going to be able to say the same thing to me.
Oh yeah, you're British.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
They already don't like you for
right,
reasons.
many reasons.
Yeah.
But yes. So anyway,
Oh,
Chorfs, Chaos Dwarves, Hellsmiths, all the names, the mans with the big hats. All right, so yeah, I'm excited for the new stuff that's coming because we have Uruk-tar, who is a great model. Spitewood is out at time of recording, which is the Underworld's Chaos Dwarves Warband. So that's out. So there's going to be, I think, in the next month, we're going to see some pretty cool conversions. I'm really excited for that. If you're excited for the Chaos Dwarves, drop a comment below with who you're excited to get.
I cannot wait to see how well they do on the tabletop.
Me too. There's been a few battle reports that Seasons of War have done, which are with the Chaos Dwarves, with like a full army, and which is they're not as good as I want them to be.
Okay.
They're good, but it feels like every time he plays them, the Dominator engines just whiff. The cannons do all the work until they get tackled and die. The infantry fold to a breeze.
So I think that has to do with, again, 4s and 2s, because when I was seeing those profiles as a Skaven player, I'm quite used to that profile. And
But what I mean is the cannons do the work.
Mhm.
The cannons, the shriekers, whatever, they're doing the work early game and they're killing a ton of stuff, but then they get tackled by something. Something will come in and kill them.
So that's why I'm super glad I'm going to be playing with them in my Skaven army, because I'm going to have something there
to soak up the damage.
You know, I wonder if that's what the Hobgrots should be used for.
Oh, so yes and no. So yes, I totally see them being used as, a human Hobgrot shield, but because they have a pre-game move, they make exceptionally good scouts.
That they do. If they're cheap enough, I wonder if it's good to have 2 units. One to be your screen for your cannons.
Even 3, because they're probably 80 points, much like the Hobgrots for Cruel Boys.
I will say one thing as someone who orders them, that their GW, they're kind of expensive.
They're really expensive for what they are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably not going to get any.
No, but I'm thankful that you have because
I have a million Hobgrots.
Yeah, I was gonna say, thank God you can convert for the just use Hobgrots, but
right.
GW, I'm sorry, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think the problem is GW don't lower their prices, so they're not going to release them, see that nobody's buying them, and then drop the price. They'll just discontinue the models. So yeah, typical GW experience.
GW, please help us here. We are in the middle of a great recession going on here. I want to support you. I want to buy your models. I cannot afford it.
Yeah.
I cannot afford it. Please don't make me take out a house mortgage
There you go.
to fill the whole army.
But yeah, the army is exciting. I think it's going to be really good once it's out. I have been working slowly on the bases for the army because I kind of want to do it once, do it right type thing, where I want to have them on bases, I want to have them painted well, and I don't want to have to go back and do what I'm doing with my Cruel Boys, which is unbasing them, rebasing them, and maybe repainting some of them.
Man, I can't wait to play with your army.
This guy. Send help. Send help in the comments.
It's going to be such a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to charge you rent. So.
Or use.
Yeah, right. Oh, you did a run? That's an extra $1.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's $3 to charge. So, yeah.
A quarter every time you shoot.
Yeah, right. Per guy.
Per guy.
Yeah. Oh, you roll 2d6 on the shoots? Oh, yeah, no, that's that many dollars.
I will make you pay.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, the Chaos Dwarfs coming out is gonna be really, really good.
I feel like the bulls are slightly, I want to say that they're overcosted, but with the amount of what they can.
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, they're almost.
Oh, money wise. Okay,
yeah.
I thought you meant points cost. I was like, man, points cost, they are incredibly cheap.
I thought they're almost 200 points for a unit of 3.
No, I think they're like 140.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look now.
No, I think they're closer to like 190 if I'm not mistaken.
Mm,
But money
then
wise too, they are a little bit expensive.
they're a little bit expensive, but then if you compare them to say Colonel Thunders, they're bigger than Colonel Thunders. I'm pretty sure. And Colonel Thunders are like $60 a box. AOS. Here we go.
Wait for it.
Huh?
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm telling them to wait for it. I'm pretty sure. Let me take a guess. They're gonna be on a 4-up save. They're gonna move 12. I think they're gonna have 5 health, and I don't think they're gonna give them a ward.
I think they get a ward with
The spot.
something. I'm pretty sure they get a ward with oh, that's not what I'm looking for. The demonic power points.
Okay.
So Bullsand does
See how close I was,
charge.
guys.
So their charge is if this unit charged, pick a unit, roll the dice for each model in this unit, add the demonic power points for the roll. For each 6-up, inflict 1 mortal damage. So that means that they're gonna roll 6 mortals on you, basically.
Okay.
With if they've got three on them, then it's gonna be 3-ups. I can't find the profile on here on the internet. So it's gonna be here somewhere.
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be like a 4-up save.
Pretty sure, yeah, because they're the more heavily armored ones. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. We'll flash it up on screen here. So yeah, that's their profile, which is pretty good. And they're cheap at 190 points. They're just not cheap to buy. But the United Sentinels prefer to be charged, I want to say.
Okay.
Because I think the Bull Sanders are plus 1 charge damage. And then, yeah.
See, my whole thing with the Ha is I'm gonna go full on shooting because I just like shooters. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get steamrolled by the Centaurs once and then say I want to play those. But for the most part, I'm gonna go into a heavy shootier list.
Yeah.
Again with the Ward Despot, the giant bull guys, I'm pretty sure. See, the good thing about them though is GW can always fix the rules a little bit later. Like there's nothing wrong with going back in there and just making them to hit on 3s or whatever.
They won't do that until 4th though. They won't change because they don't typically do that. They don't typically change a profile between because like I can't think of an example of a profile that's changed in 3rd. Not including the Scourge of Grot. They don't. They'll change the points cost. They might tweak.
Maybe I'm thinking 40K.
I think you are.
Yeah.
So like they'll tweak a rule to be like once per turn army. They'll tweak a thing to make them unique, but they won't be like, oh no, this guy hits on a 3, no, he's gonna hit on a 4, or the other way around. If they print out that it hits on a 3, it's gonna hit 3, unless it's like an egregious mistake, like you've got Hobgrots with a 2/2 round 2 damage, then they're not gonna change it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 40K.
Maybe
because I think if I'm not mistaken, they did that for Mechanicus, where they were just so bad. Or there's a few weapon profiles where they were just so bad that
they changed a lot of Mechanicus rules. And I think maybe it was Ark of War something. One of the 40K channels, one of the big ones. We're talking about Mechanicus with the new rules changes and how they were good now, and I was like, oh cool, maybe I'll get them painted up eventually. Probably by the time I get them painted up, they'll be back to being bad.
They better make them good with how expensive the armies to collect.
Yeah.
At the very least, what you can do is just make them playable. At the very least.
I mean, I'm not particularly versed in 40K, but every time I played my Mechanicus, I had a good time.
Yeah, well, you do a lot of big robots too, and big robots are pretty good. I mean, that's how I would play them too.
Yeah, because what do I got? I think I got six or 8 of the big castellans, and then some of the rolling guys, whatever they're called, breaches, cataphrons. So yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other podcast episode where we talk about 40K for a while. But yeah, no, I for one am excited to get the rule stuff going. And again, guys, if there's any rule stuff I've lost track of what got in this episode and what we recorded on the wrong microphones and and everything else. But yeah, if there's any rules that you want us to clarify or you think that we should take a look at, and you want to deep dive on, please comment them down below. Like and subscribe while you're down there. You know,
might as well. You're already here.
You're already here, right? It's just one click. Um, the channel's been going great. You know, anybody that made it to this point in the video, thank you. You're a trooper. And we love you. It's yeah. Honestly, it's been pretty amazing. To see the reaction that the community has had to these videos, and to, you know, talk with some of the other people in the YouTube space and kind of get some advice and just generally, you know, feel the supportive vibes of the community. It's been really good.
I've been happy. It has been doing a lot better than I have ever would have thought, to be honest with you.
Right. Because
I
like,
was fully expecting to make a bunch of videos and not have any views on it for months on end.
yeah, because the Christmas box video, I think, is pretty close to 500 views. The very first episode is like over 400. The other two are like in the 100s, 200s.
Which are understandable because those were not our best foot forward.
No, those ones.
Between the lighting and the audio.
Lighting and audio was terrible on those. Still better than the unreleased episodes, honestly. If you ever want to see those, maybe what we do is we start a Patreon, and then we release those for like Patreon members.
To see how true.
Just to see how bad it really was at the start.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's a sight to be seen.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Next episode we might have a guest on. Maybe it'll be a slightly different format. Guests is one of the things that we're going to be looking at. Sometimes we're going to have a guest here, sat between Rob and I. Right here in this space, and we'll have to zoom out a bit. But other times when creators are further away, we'll just have them in on a call. I think it'll be really good. So yeah, that's going to be fun and interesting to deal with. And
I'll be excited.
yeah, no, Moss Dog makes really good videos. He's much like you in that he's not a hobby guy. He's like a lists and rules guy. So I think that you and Moss Dog will, because like, as much as I like the game and playing it and in engrossing myself in the rules, I'm much more a hobby-based person. I just have a toe in the world of rules. So, you know, I think that you guys will have a lot to talk about. And I know that Moss does a lot of TTS tournaments, like Tabletop Simulator stuff. And I know that he does a lot on Tabletop Simulator. So, which is something that honestly I have never done. So yeah, I'm hoping to pick his brain about that a little bit too, because I feel like that's a missed opportunity. So yeah.
Also, battle report should be coming up soon.
Should be coming out soon. As soon as I figure out how to edit videos. Yeeks. But no. Guys, for those of you on Spotify, the battle reports may not launch there just because it's going to be weird if you listen to it while you're driving or whatever. But you know, if you do want them dropped there, let us know, because it doesn't take much to upload them there. But yeah,
maybe we can figure out a narrator. And this is when Rob moved all 40 of his clan rats.
Yeah, you have to individually name the clan rats.
Yeah, right?
Squeakus, Meekus, and Tikus. That's 3 names. You just need 37 more, and then the other squad. Jesus is the other one. Yeah. Jesus is the squad leader. He's the champion. So yeah.
He's gonna get crucified.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening. We will see you in the next one. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we got coming up next, because I don't know. None of us know. You'll know probably just around the exact same time we do. But yeah, guys, have a good one. We'll see you later.